I sat at the nurse's station talking with my coworkers about an upcoming local mini triathlon. I'd never participated in a triathlon before or run anything more than a 5K, but my naive, overly ambitious nesting brain thought it sounded like a great idea. With roughly a month left of my first pregnancy, I figured what better way to get back in shape 2 months after giving birth than biking, swimming, and running multiple miles. Thankfully, my friend, who also happened to be my obstetrician, looked at me from across the nurse's station as if she were talking to a lunatic and said, "No, you're not doing that." Weeks later, with my first baby attached to me all hours of the day and night, I breathed a sigh of gratitude that someone had brought me back down to reality. Seasonal living involves first getting your bearings, identifying exactly where you are, and then setting expectations. You wouldn't stomp through a foot of snow to your garden in the dead of winter expecting to harvest fresh green beans. Winter is not the time for green beans, but we expect ourselves to produce results as if we don't have small children to manage, boards to study for, or an entire book to write. Seasonal living means recognizing that right now, not never, might not be the best time to start a cookie decorating business, or if it is, knowing that something else will have to give. Perhaps you need to hold off on adding dinner plans to your calendar for a couple months, pass on volunteering for the school fund run, or say nope when your kids ask to sell their crafts at the school makers market while you're trying to pack your home and move. Just speaking from experience. The fact is, there will be seasons when your calendar is fuller than others, or when you won't have as much control over it as you'd like. When you know ahead of time that the positive habits you've adopted will get hijacked by a stomach virus, family crisis, infant sleep regression, or sudden change in employment, it's really quite freeing. Let's pause here because I want to make sure there isn't any confusion. I'm not saying that trying to manage your time well during certain seasons is a lost cause. Though there certainly will be weeks where it might be, takeout dinners and school hot lunch for the win. I am saying that rather than trying to avoid, resist, or resent our busy seasons when they hit, we can lean into them. Instead of merely hacking through them like a dense jungle with a machete hoping we happen upon a clearing, we can find the calm we're after by embracing the density in our current calendar. Busy seasons are typically accompanied by a bit of chaos, frequent changes in plans, and the occasional sense of absolute overwhelm. We don't have to continue to be blindsided, but can instead anticipate them. We can grow to expect the unexpected, knowing we're always just one positive strep test away from household anarchy. I know, I sound like a Debbie Downer, but I'm not suggesting that you simply lie down and succumb to the overwhelm. Instead, I want you to be better prepared for the wild turns as they come, to lean into them, to stay alert to changing conditions, so you can embrace the moments that matter right in the middle of that chaos. Picture it like escaping quicksand or a Chinese finger trap. The harder you fight it, the tighter it gets. The only way to make enough space to maneuver out of it is by relaxing and leaning into it. We can win the war against busy by setting down our weapons and realizing we've been fighting the wrong enemy all along. It isn't our busyness we need to address, it's our hurried state of living.